Today we are going to talk about this beautiful, famous house plant, the Ficus elastica or the rubber plant. Now, this is a very, very, very common house plant in India. This plant usually grows up to be gigantic trees. You can see them all over the country, be it a hot tropical climate area, be it a cool place. You will see these trees, and we've been seeing these trees since childhood, guys. We used to hang from the aerial roots coming down from the tree trunks, and we used to play as kids. Yeah, good old childhood days. So, anyways, yeah. So this is again a very easy to care house plant again, guys. Yeah, so now we are going to talk about the varieties of this particular plant. There are some 5-6 known varieties of this plant. This one here is actually, I'm confused. This one here is either a Ficus elastica decora or a Ficus elastica robusta. I'm not that sure. I know that for a fact that this is not the Ficus elastica burgundy, because the burgundy one has dark colored leaves, nearly black, not black exactly, nearly maroon colored leaves. I will post up a picture of Ficus elastica burgundy. So I still don't know this plant of mine is a Ficus elastica robusta or a decora. I think it has more chances of being a decora because decora has bigger size leaves and the under veins are red in color on the bottom of the leaf, and on the top of the leaf it is slightly creamish or white in color. So I think this is a Ficus elastica decora, this one. Now I have two more varieties. This is a Ficus elastica shiverena. Now the usual shiverenas have more variegation, like more yellow and green, like more yellow variegation on the leaves. This one has moderate variegation on the leaves. You can see. You see, it's a mixture of a yellow, cream, lemony green, that sort of a variegation. Again, as in the case of all variegated plants, every leaf is different. Every leaf has a different pattern of variegation, and the newest leaf I got did not come with variegation at all. So yeah, this is the Ficus elastica shiverena variety which I have. Next variety which I own is the Ficus elastica tineke. Now this is a Ficus elastica tineke tissue culture variety which I have own, and this has beautiful variegation. Layers of white, white border, specific borders, and then flecks of green, like different shades of green on the inside of the leaf. This variety again grows up to be huge trees in India, guys. So yeah, then the next variety which we will talk about is the Ficus elastica red ruby. It's similar to tineke, but the new growth is bright red in color, and when a new leaf will unveil itself, it's going to be completely red in color. It's going to have red tinges till the time that leaf matures. Once it's mature, then it will it gradually goes up to be somewhat like this color with a slight pinkish tinge around the edges. So that would be Ficus elastica red ruby. Then there's one more variety called as the Ficus elastica lemon lime. I will show up a picture. That's my next wish list plant. And again, I haven't seen. So all these varieties are common in India, as I had mentioned. They are commonly found in Bangalore as well. This one, tineke, then your shiverena. Shiverena is a bit difficult to find. I have seen this in a couple of nurseries only in Bangalore. Then red ruby is now hitting the Bangalore market. The lemon lime Ficus elastica is a rare one, not to be seen yet in the Bangalore nurseries. Again, I have seen the lemon lime in one nursery, that too long back. I don't even know that whether they still have that in stock or not. So yeah, I plan to go and visit that nursery and find out if they have that lemon lime Ficus elastica in stock. I will surely pick it up. Okay, so first we are going to talk about the light requirements of this plant. This plant thrives beautifully in Mr. has come. My boy has come to say hi. Say hi, Caesar. Say hi. Okay, back onto the video. So yeah, this plant thrives beautifully in bright indirect light. So once with this one, this particular variety, what I had done is that I had kept it in my washroom. My washroom is the lowest lighted area in my house. So then I realized that all the leaves from the bottom of the plant started dropping. Immediately I read about it and I figured out that dark lighted areas cause leaf dropping in this particular species of plant. So after that I kept it in this spot in my house, which is again where it gets east exposure in the morning hours. It gets a little bit of morning sunlight, say probably for half an hour to 45 minutes, and then it gets bright and direct light from the eastern exposure. Few days back it was raining in Bangalore and I wanted to soak this entire plant in rain because I hadn't watered it. What I did, I took this guy up and I kept it in my terrace. Evening it rained, the plant was completely wet and everything. I forgot to get him back to its usual position. The next day morning I realized that the sun was high up and as a result the leaves got a bit scorched. Can you see? Here, then here. But then I just let it be like that. I did not do anything much to that plant. It's been 2 weeks now since that incident happened. So then I learned my lesson. And so that's again a lesson, guys. You should never leave your Ficus elastica plants in direct sunlight. That will immediately burn the leaves, and eventually if that persists, your plant might die. So yeah, now about the soil mixture. This plant requires a very well draining soil composition. You can do a mixture of river sand, coco peat plus a little bit of garden soil and vermicompost. You can do. When you water this plant, you have to be mindful that the water trickles down from the pot. If that is not happening, that means that your soil mixture is not a well draining composition of mixture. Now, this plant likes to be kept moist but does not like its root to be sitting in water. It does not like to be waterlogged. So you have to be mindful again between waterings. What you can do is that to check whether your pot is moist or it requires water or it already has sufficient water. This is what you can do. With a tool, in this case just for demonstration purpose I am using a gardening tool. Push your tool to at least 2 inches down in the pot and then slightly pull your tool up. Now you can see there is mud sticking on the tool, right? That means your soil is well watered and the plant does not require water for at least 3-4 days more, I would say. So that is how you can check. So yeah, one more trick I would like to say about this plant, or in case in that matter any house plant you own, it is required that you stir up the top soil of the pots a bit, slightly, not trying to damage any roots here, but slightly. This helps in improved aeration between the soil and the roots and hence promotes new growth. Now this plant is a slow grower. It will take its own sweet time to grow, to shoot out new growth and new leaves. So you have to have a lot of patience if you want to see this beautiful, plant growing. Now, such a beautifully dark colored leaves plant, you would want to plant them in a white color pot, so that the highlight of the plant comes beautifully out. The last thing which I wanted to mention about this plant is that the potting part. Now, you should ideally repot your plants from their usual nursery pots to only inch or a 2-inch bigger size pot. Now, in that context, I had committed a mistake with this pot, which I will mention. Now, as you can see, this guy is a big plant. This is exactly how he was when I had got him in the first place. So I tried potting him up in a smaller size pot, but he was top heavy and he used to topple down all the time. So then I shifted him to this big pot. But since the time I have shifted him in this pot, he has hardly grown, I would say. Probably only a couple of leaves here and there, but apart from that, he has hardly grown. I have changed his potting mix. I have added fertilizer and everything, but I think I just have to be patient and watch this plant. While this guy, he was bushier when I had got him. Initially, again, by mistake, I had kept him in a low lighted area in my house, and he started dropping his leaves. Then I placed him outside beside this guy. So now he has a good eastern exposure, and he's growing beautifully. My Shiverena is again a fairly new addition to my collection. It's been only some months, again, I guess 6 to 7 months now. Same eastern exposure placement in my house, in my balcony rather. So all three of them have the same amount of indirect light exposure every day, and this fellow is growing beautifully. So yeah, that's about the Ficus elastica rubber plant care and tips and introduction to my collection. One final thing I would like to add about this plant is that you should always keep its leaves clean. So in my case, I'm using a wet tissue, and I will just slightly, rub the surface of the leaves. So this is very important for every plant you own, because it helps in enhanced photosynthesis. So yeah, just slightly rub the surface of your plants with a wet tissue. That's it. Your leaves will eventually glow. It will add to the decor of your house and also help the plant, keep itself healthy and produce new growth.